Hi, Bethany of Go. I'm here today to talk about musician versus technician. Let's go on. I've got Ellie asking me questions.
What roles will you need to undertake as a live sound technician on Thursday?
So some of the roles you'd have to undertake are things like making sure the mics work, making sure the wireless mic's actually working, because the box for the wireless mic's actually at the desk. Make sure everything's actually in the right channels, and make sure it just sounds good from your point of view, not just from the artist's point of view, from talkback.
Yeah. What professional standards or attitude will you need to meet during undertaking the role as a live sound technician? Give an example of how you would conduct a professional live sound check.
So a live sound check, or just being professional about it, you need to make sure that you hear every instrument that is going to be played with the equipment you're controlling. Even though it might be played for like 2 seconds in a set, you still need to sound check it. Don't just wing it and say, oh, it's going to sound okay. You need to check every single thing, every single artist that's going to play or musician that's going to play. If they change drummer during one of the songs, if they change guitarist, if they change vocalist, you need to work it out so it's different for everybody that plays the instruments. And then also you need to test each instrument at a time as well, so you know that it all sounds right.
Awesome. Can you discuss what you've been doing in your recording sessions?
So in our recording sessions in the studio, we've been recording some tracks, different tracks every time. So we've also been changing it as well. So like me and my band have been doing the technical side of it, and we've also the week after we've been the musician side of it, and we've just done everything for each band.
Okay, how do you go about setting up for a recording session?
With setting up for a recording session, depending on if you're performing or you're actually being technician to record, there's you have to think about, if I'm being the technician today, I need to make sure as soon as I get into the studio I need to log on. As soon as I get in, I need to open the musical drive where I have to do all the thing, and then you need to just think make sure all the channels are linked up, to think depending on what you're doing. You're doing a live lounge, you're recording everything separately, so you need to think about that. But then if you're going as a musician, you need to make sure you're warmed up, you need to make sure that you're prepared, you'll know your lyrics, and yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned setting up a recording. How do you set up Cubase ready for the recording?
With Cubase, so you'd log onto the computer. If you're going from a previous track that you've done, you open Cubase, then you go into the files, and you can go into the file that you need, and you can find the Cubase that you've already made a track on, and you can copy that track so you have it twice, and then just go onto the track you've copied. Then everything that you've had set it up for the previous track will be set up for the track you're about to record. Or if you're doing a brand new track, on the screen Cubase will be on the screen, and then you just need to click on it, select what you want, and then open it, and it will just be a brand new track.
Okay, discuss the processes you went through within your last recording session.
So in the last recording session, I was a technician, so for the other band. No, I'm wrong. In the last recording session, I was the musician, and we didn't get much done to do, because the other band were our technicians. They were really slow with the computers, and I didn't really get to record anything because I had to leave early as well, so it wasn't very great. And that's on their part. It's not anything to do with the musicians. Our whole band was ready to record. We were prepared, but it was the technicians that were struggling on how to actually set everything up.
What professional standards should you follow as a recording engineer, and why is it important to adopt a professional approach?
With being professional, like becoming in a studio, because someone's actually paying for your time, so you need to think, if they're paying for my time, I'm going to give them the attitude that they're paying for. I'm not going to be a massive dick about it and just be really rude. So like, you've got the way you talk to whoever's paying for your recording studio and the time, you just got to like say things politely. If you want to change something, either don't say, I'm going to change this, or like, I just want you to rework this, to reword what you're saying so it doesn't sound, ugh, that's horrid. It sounds, okay, they're actually putting some effort into this. Yeah.
Discuss what songs you are performing for your showcase.
So the songs I'm performing for my showcase are Hard Times by Zombie by the Cranberries, Ironic, I don't know who that's by, and California Dreaming. With California Dreaming, we did actually rework it because we were meant to have more singers in our band than we did, but unfortunately one of our singers had to leave the course, so we had to rework it into how it would work for the band members that we had. Yeah.
How have you been preparing for this gig, individually and in your band?
So with the gig, I think I've warmed up. I've actually listened to the song repeatedly at home. For some of the songs, I actually play the drums, so I've been making sure that I can play actually a decent beat on the drums, because the person that left our band was also our drummer. So I mean, I have had to pick up the drums quite quickly to help my band, because other people had to play other instruments. So yeah, and I think as a band we've done really well, like as in we know each other, we're used to each other, and it I don't know, we kind of click. So when like going into our rehearsal times, we just say, okay, we're going to do this song today, and this is what we're going to do for the rest of the lesson. And then like when we do our final performance, we've got loads of plans for how we're actually going to do our performance, and loads of little sneaky tricks.
You said you had plans to do a performance. How are you planning to perform each of the songs performed?
So with our songs, most of our songs are a bit, I don't know, each of them have got meaning behind them. So like in Hard Times, Hayley, the person that is part of the band, the main singer of the band, she's quite wacky, so we've had a thought of wearing onesies for our final performance. But then we're looking at just wearing all black, because also the song Zombie by the Cranberries, the lead singer has passed away in this year, and we thought, okay, we'll do something nice for her, and we just wore all black. Everybody is going to wear black, and it's just normal, unlike the other one. Okay.
Discuss the importance of good stage presence within creating a professional performance, and what professional standards are asked of a performer at the performance.
So with a professional performance, you need to make sure that you're focused, so you're no swearing, no talking into the mic, like talking to someone who's sat right next to you or stood right next to you, and don't just talk it into the mic. And like, you need to also consider, as a performer, respect the sound technicians, because if you're in the mic saying, I can't move a stand, or I don't know how to do this, that means from where they are in the audience, they have to walk all the way back to the stage to do that one little thing, and then walk all the way back to make sure it sounds okay. So you need to just think, like, to change your mic stand. You can just learn how to do it if you can't do it or just make sure you know how to do it, and then just learn slight things like how to sort out a mic if it's a bit dodgy, or something like that, because then that saves the technician time and your money as well on having to move backwards and forwards. You need to also, like, the performance wise is think about connecting with the audience. Don't just sing and stand there silly. You need to get the audience involved because they are paying to see you. They are there to see you perform. If you're stood there just singing, that's not you performing, that's you just singing to them. So you need to get the audience involved. And yeah.
What issues have you encountered during the recording of your songs?
I mean, some of the issues is to do with having someone in our band leaving. Some of the issues of me actually learning how to play the drums. It's quite confusing. I mean, we haven't struggled much issues. It's literally, I've been ill for part of it, so I haven't been able to actually sing some of the songs properly, but I've managed to do it and I've overcome them issues.
How is knowing your part essential to ensure the recording runs smoothly?
So with some of the getting to know most of the parts and stuff smoothly, it really does help knowing what you're doing. Because like if I was singing a song and I was like, okay, I don't know how to sing this song, or even with Hard Times, the song that I was playing, because I played the piano in it, it was kind of tricky because I didn't fully understand how to play the parts that playing in Hard Times, but I'm getting there. Hopefully by the performance I will be able to do it, and I will be proud of myself, but at the moment I'm finding it hard to fully do all the key changes and things like that. So I mean, it's going to be smooth once I get to the final performance, hopefully, fingers crossed.
What professional standards are asked of a performer in a recording situation?
So in the recording situation, like with a performer, like they need to also respect the recorder who's recording you. You're not just going to go, oh, you're a jiffin, and you haven't done this right, you're a jiff. So like you've got to just respect, like, okay, can we change, like, okay, I feel like this isn't done to what I thought it would, could we probably do it again? Just, it's the way they speak to each other. You're not going to speak to someone how you don't want to be spoken to. So like, yes, someone that's recording in the studio is paying for that time, so you need to make sure that that time is used well. You don't just want to like argue with the person that's recording you, saying, oh, I want this on my voice, I want this. Just sing, and then you can add it later because that is for a different time. So yeah.
That's all the questions.
Thank you for listening.